coming out to this. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this. I mean, yes, sir. What is it? What is it? Well, thank you. It says Devin has a small dick. Maybe the third one I got on this tour. What's it say?
Upside down.
Is it upside down? What's it say?
Yeah.
I can't.
Now, the other side.
Is that right?
Yeah, slowly. Yeah, the other side.
Poland wins a ball. That's fucking cool! My eye is red. Is that what it is? Yeah, maybe it's pointing. I think ultimately I just don't understand emotions. I'm getting better at them. What used to happen is I would have an emotion, like something would happen in my life that would make me feel something. I'd be like, oh, that's an emotion. But I was so unaware of what it was that I was feeling that I would cycle through every possibility of what that emotion was until I pissed off everybody in my world. I'd be like, I'm angry because you looked at me wrong, because I gotta pee, I'm hungry, And then by the end of it, I was like, you hurt my feelings. So it's actually not really red, it's just, kind of bloodshot from all the tears. So I have, kids, and I'm middle-aged, and the body's changed, and I used to have an ass, actually. Now it kind of looks like two elbows pressing together. Here's a song about change. You know what it's like? You start getting in your mid-40s and you get the mirrors. Like, the bathroom in the hotel that I was in last night has this mirror, so while you're taking a shower, you're just kind of like... There's a good bird's eye view of the old butt there. It does what butts are supposed to do.
Where the river
mean to me? That means that I have spent a lot of my years culturally identified. You know what I'm doing right now, which is great, is I'm trying to think of something to say, and the first thing that came to my mind was Canada, but I have nothing to say. I have nowhere to go with that. So I was just rambling, then I thought, you know what, instead of talking about that shit, why don't you talk about the fact that you're thinking about the thing that you're going to talk about? Because on some level, that meta sort of attitude makes me feel like, at least on that front, I can get away with being moderately clever, because I don't have a point. I think that's ultimately the whole thing musically with me as well. I have no point. Fucking landed that. You see that? Twisted that thing around? That's my point. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm full of shit. Thank you. Good night. All right. It's sick now. It's brought into the poet's eyes. Won't you gaze at me lovingly? And I remember this smell from my dreams, except it was sweeter than luckily, you guys get to hear me talk shit for a couple of minutes. So I've got a bunch of questions to spur that on. Those are the people who didn't want to see it. What's that? Just randomly yelling vowels? That's a good one. Anybody got an O? Oh! Got a U? Sometimes Y? Sometimes Y.
Sometimes why?
There we go. Right. I'm going to now take a seat. Watch this. It's going to be so casual because the way I've got this worked out as a performance is I don't want you guys to think on any level that this isn't completely slick, right? So I'm going to turn my back and put the guitar down, and when I do that, it's going to be with a type of grace and poise usually reserved for great romance novels. Then I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to do it in a burly way. I'm going to like try and flex. It's going to be really awkward for both of us, all of us. Then I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to grab my water. I'm going to plop down. I'm going to read these questions. It's going to be great. Starting with the graceful guitar takeoff. Ready? Ready? Woo! Whoa! Yeah. Thank you. All right. And I'm going to nonchalantly drop the mic. Sorry. I'm going to pull this up. Sorry about that, Paul. It's much louder. This is a very good PA that will cost us a lot of money at the end of the night. All right. So I have a couple questions that I will answer, and then I'll play some more songs, and then we're going to take a 20-minute break, at which point you guys can feel free to urinate or defecate or get a bunch of alcohol into your system as quick as you can. I'd say this like just pound down 9 shots in a row and come back and just say the vowels again. That would be cool. All right, first question. All right, do you like superhero movies? And if so, to which superhero movie would you like to make a soundtrack if given an opportunity? I think, personally, that this whole glut of superhero movies comes from the fact that we've got an entirely disenfranchised population that has no power anymore. So what we're trying to do is project that lack of power into the assumption that superheroes actually exist. Because, honestly, it's ridiculous. Is that really? Somebody agree? When they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, they're like, Ant-Man, or like, man who makes burritos quickly, man. And my favorite thing as well is like the Deadpool thing, and he's an irreverent superhero. You can't tell if he's a good guy or a bad guy. And so I saw another fucking superhero poster up on the wall, the guy chewing bubble gum. He's like, it's like Deadpool, but you can pay more money for it now. So hey, that works out great for us. However, I did like Infinity War only because I thought Thanos was a great thing. I couldn't quite figure out how I felt about it because in certain moments, and I don't like movies, like movies drive me fucking crazy, they're too long. The worst one was the Lord of the Rings one. I remember going to the theater and thinking, holy fuck, when is this movie going to end? Holy shit. And then they crest a hill and there's some other orc, and then they do another thing and there's some dramatic thing with a wizard, and Frodo gets his ring ripped apart. And then, from a comedian I heard earlier, so I just missed it. But I did like the Thanos character because I can't figure out if he's a good guy or a bad guy. But the sadistic parts of his personality I thought were a little odd in light of that, so I guess he's a bad guy, so fuck him. So, next question.